ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, and the price was within this move, we have been looking for the reversal. This is what we get. And when the price was here, I mentioned if we want to look for continuation, we need to get the proper trade setup, and this is what we get. Okay, now we want to see how we can look for trade. There was, I think, if we refer to 15 minutes, there was a trade setup based on lower time frame. This is what we have, even with there was a running flat here. And as we can see, the price continuing. Okay, now the thing is, whoever in the trade within this move, they start to manage because we want to see whether there is a continuation or not in case this one turn to one more drop. This is what we have here before we get the next move. But since this one, the previous top, okay, that's why the possibility if we get one more drop is very less. By the way, we need to be aware of this. And if I move to 1 hour chart, as we mentioned, we're looking, if you want to look for continuation, we need to get a more complex correction. This is what we get. And if we want to look for next trade, if there is a continuation from here, the only way to have entry above this, or we wait for the with the sharp move with the breakout of this top and if lag or correction above that. Rather than that, we cannot jump into the trade right now in case this one give us one more drop before we get the next move. That's when this one turn to more complex correction. And as I mentioned, having entry above the top can be option, but we need to know if the price wants break and continue tag within 1 or 2 hours is not moving, we don't stay with the trade because simply can tag and reverse, turn to a more complex correction. Okay, by the way, we're looking at this correction and we're looking for continuation. And if I move to higher time frame daily chart, if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned we're looking for the reversal. We want to look for buy, and this is what we get. We want to see whether there is a continuation for the to break the previous stop or not. And if I move to forward chart, all right, no much changes. Again, this is what we have been looking for after because when the price dropped, we mentioned we were looking for 1562, and now we're looking at this correction for continuation. All right, but the only thing is, can this one turn to one more flat? This is what we mentioned in our analysis, because I mentioned if there is a next drop, if drop sharply, may the price can retest 1433. That's why I was keep giving warning. If looking for buy, we need to get the proper trade setup. But I don't mean we are more, I mean, we more expect for the continuation rather than drop, but we need to be careful, aware of that, because we're having a flat internally as well based on forward chart. By the way, we're looking at the 1 hour chart, and right now we're looking at this correction. We want to see whether we can get another trade setup or not. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.